Hey everybody, I came across this article here. This came out today and I found it pretty fascinating. This comes from Egypt and Giza and the Great Pyramids. This is written today, January 4th, and it's written by April Holloway of Ancient Origins, and I'll leave the link below. It says, after decades of searching, the causeway for the Great Pyramid of Egypt has been found. It says, dozens of foreign missions carried out over 3 decades using the latest high-tech instruments failed to find the causeway of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Now, unexpectedly, the passage has finally been located by a local resident living near the Giza Plateau, who was illegally digging beneath his home when he discovered a tunnel leading to the Pyramid of Khufu, the largest of the 3 pyramids in Giza. An Arabic news source reports that a resident in a village in Giza, a prohibited area for drilling, began digging beneath his house to a depth of about 10 meters, which is about 33 feet, when he discovered a passage consisting of huge stone blocks. The Minister of Police for Tourism and Antiquities was alerted to the discovery, and security forces immediately placed a cordon around the property. The Minister of Antiquities was notified of the incredible finding, and archaeologist Kamil Wahid was placed in charge of a committee to investigate. In its report, the committee confirms the finding of the corridor leading to the Great Pyramid, the oldest and largest of the 3 pyramids in Giza. The Khufu Pyramid Complex consisted of a valley temple near the Nile River, which was once connected to a long causeway that led to the Temple of Khufu. This temple was connected to the pyramid. The discovery of the basalt paving and limestone wall suggests the valley temple is buried beneath the village of Nazlet El Saman. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but here's an artist's depiction. And these causeways supposedly led right down to the Nile when the Nile was really close. And flooding would sometimes come into the area around the Great Pyramids of Giza, and the original Sphinx, which was Anubis, sat right here. And the ancient text speaks of the Lake of the Jackal, and that's exactly where that comes from. It never mentions the Sphinx in the ancient text, but it does mention the giant Anubis and the Lake of the Jackal. The original Sphinx was Anubis, people. But anyway, it says, despite decades of research and excavations, only a few remnants of the causeway, which link the pyramid with the Valley Temple, have been found until now. Ancient Greek historian Herodotus, who visited the Great Pyramid in the 5th century BC, described the causeway as being about 1 kilometer, 0.6 miles long, though his account is contested by modern Egyptologists. Former Minister of State for Antiquities, Dr. Zawi Hawass, estimated the total length of the causeway as being about 825 meters. In his second book of histories, Herodotus described the causeway as being totally enclosed and decorated in fine reliefs. He wrote, "There passed 10 years while the causeway was made by which they drew the stones, which causeway they built, and it is a work not much less, as it appears to me, than the pyramid. For the length of it is 5 furlongs, and the breadth 10 fathoms, and the height, where it is the highest, 8 fathoms, and it is made of stone, smooth, and with figures carved upon it. For this, they said, the 10 years were spent, and for the underground chambers on the hill upon which the pyramid stands." And that is from Herodotus, the second book of the Histories, which is a very good account of ancient Egypt. It says the causeway of the second pyramid of Giza, Khafra's pyramid, survived to some degree. However, it is in Saqqara, at the causeway of Unas pyramid, where one is able to get a better perspective for what they once looked like. The Unas causeway even has a small section of the roof remaining, and it is the best surviving causeway. It consisted of a covered passageway about 720 meters long, its interior surfaces decorated with high-quality reliefs depicting a range of colorful scenes. The walls were lit by a slit in the roof of the causeway which ran along the whole of its length. The theme of the decoration on the causeway walls progresses from the living world to the east to the land of the dead in the west. And that is a great description of what may lay beneath the Egyptian pyramids, at least at the beginning, and what they were intended for, and the symbology in it. But I thought this was an excellent article. It kind of, goes over a lot of things that are very interesting as far as what the ancient texts say about the Great Pyramids of Egypt, and I just thought that was very fascinating. Hope you did too. Have a nice day.